Hey everyone and welcome back. So finally getting around to making a video. Didn't mean to go so long without one. But as I mentioned in my last sort of update video, I'm trying to do a lot of sort of reorganizing and stuff. In fact, I've sort of realized very quick that it's actually turning into a bigger project than I originally expected because I'm trying to reorganize technically 2.5 rooms at once, and there's a lot more done than I realized. So just gonna bear with me for a couple more weeks. I'm gonna try not to go as long, but I mean it's possible there's gonna be a couple weeks still where there might be one, maybe two videos kind of spread out, each week before I finally get to the point where it's like I am going to actually do videos regularly again. So I think I'm just going to slide that deadline, the start, actually, rather, just back just a little bit. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is finally actually a news video. We got some updates to get to and some announcements, including actually one I do want to cover real quick. I'm going to get to the Arrow titles that have been announced for April. But first up, I don't believe I have a release date yet, but coming from NSM Records, which is in Austria, is actually a 4K set of the House movies. I believe it's all 4, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like all 4. Don't really have too many details on it just yet, but I do want to mention that this has happened before too, where actually they've been able to release a new, like a 4K set, and then it eventually gets announced from another company. So for example, Arrow, for example, has released a House set in the past. So there could be a 4K set coming from them down the line. Don't know if rights have changed, who knows. But I did want to mention that this one is coming. So, hopefully we do get the House movies in 4K. I do love the House films. And hopefully we can sort of rectify what had happened in the Arrow set with some of the, framing was incorrect. So hopefully that will be corrected for a 4K set in the future. And speaking of Arrow, of course, they've announced their April titles. So I'm actually going to go through them real quick. It is a mix of UK and US titles. You know what? Actually, we'll do this a little bit different than I usually do. I usually kind of go one by one. I'm going to actually go mention them real quick, and then I'll go back and mention details. So first up, probably the big one, but it is UK only, just kind of bear that in mind, is a new 4K release of David Cronenberg's Naked Lunch. Now, that is going to have both, currently in a limited edition, one of their little box sets. Now, obviously, that usually means a standard edition will come out down the line. It will be a 4K set or a Blu-ray set, depending on which one you want. And the other UK-only title is a Blu-ray box set of the Street Fighter films, the Sonny Chiba films, and I think there's 3, right? Isn't it a trilogy? I believe it's a trilogy. It's a trilogy. And because it is the UK, I do believe this the Blu-ray set is going to be Region B locked. And for those of you wondering, there was a Region A release a couple years ago from Shout Factory. But I'm going to get to the details on this Arrow one in just a minute. And then the next 2 titles are actually US and Canada only titles. So first up, coming to Blu-ray, is the Assassination Bureau. And the other one is the Jackie Chan film Heart of Dragon. And then finally, the one title, I think this is the only title actually for theirs for the month of April, is coming to the US, Canada, and the UK, is the slasher film Lover's Lane. Again, Blu-ray release. So let's go back and go through a couple of the details. Gonna kind of jump around here a bit. So let's see. First one is the Assassination Bureau. Again, that's US and Canada only. And it looks like it basically just has a new audio commentary track with authors Sean Hogan and Kim Newman. Ride film Wrong Time, a 30-minute appreciation by critic, broadcaster, and cultural historian Matthew Sweet, as well as the original trailer and an image gallery. And that is estimated for April 25th. Next up is the other US and Canada only release, and that is the movie Heart of Dragon, the Jackie Chan film. And that's getting a new 2K restoration from the original negative by Fortune Star. We'll have 2 cuts of the film. It's actually going to have the 91-minute Hong Kong theatrical cut, as well as the 99-minute extended Japanese cut. It's got a brand new commentary with Frank Jeng and F.J. DeSanto on the extended cut. Making of the First Mission and the First Mission pre-release event, 2 extended featurettes made to promote the Japanese release. An archive interview with Jackie Chan, an archive interview with star Rocky Lai, 2 archive interviews with director star Sammo Hung, an archive interview with cinematographer Arthur Wong, as well as an alternate English credits as the First Mission, as well as a trailer gallery, which also includes the music video trailer, and an image gallery, and that is estimated for April 11th. And now there are going to be 2 versions of, 2 covers for that one rather. The standard release one, but there's also going to be an exclusive, an Arrow store exclusive, so that's obviously their US store, which you can see will have this poster, which I guess is the original one-sheet poster for a slipcover, so there is that option. And this next one is also going to have 2 different covers, so this is for the film Lover's Lane, which again, I think this is basically the only release. It's sort of multi-region, right? Yeah, this is the UK, US, and Canada one. It's getting a brand new 2K restoration from a 4K scan of the original camera negative. It'll have 2 versions of the film, one in 1.85 to 1 widescrreen, and one in full frame 1.33 to 1. So I wonder if this is actually a film that was probably filmed for different markets. So maybe, I mean, again, I need to go back and kind of look more into the film. This could have been a film that was made to maybe go direct to video, for example, here in the States, and then, but planned to be released theatrically overseas. That was actually done a lot, where they actually, while they were filming, they sort of made sure that they framed it so that films could be presented both ways. So it's kind of cool that it is done here. And it's got a brand new audio commentary with writers, producers Geoff Miller and Rory Veal. Screaming Teens, The Legacy of Lover's Lane featurette with Geoff Miller and Rory Veal and actors Matt Reedy and Carter Roy, as well as original trailers and an image gallery. And this one is estimated for April 25th. And this one also has a dual cover. So here's the slipcover rather. This is the regular release, which actually I think is kind of cool. I like that artwork. Or for an Era Store exclusive, you also have this alternate version of the slipcover, which you can get directly from Arrow. And then for the Street Fighter collection, which again, I believe is Region B, because that's a UK only release. That is getting, so there's 3 films, the Street Fighter, Return of Street Fighter, and the Street Fighter's Last Revenge. So 2 of the films, Street Fighter and Return of Street Fighter are getting new 2K restorations from 2K scans of the original camera negative by Arrow Film. So this is already going to have different transfers than were on the older Shout Factory release for those of us in the States. And as a newly remastered high-definition presentation of the Street Fighter Last Revenge by Arrow Films. So I assume that's probably taking an older transfer and then just maybe doing their own kind of cleanup to it. And I'll have both Japanese and English versions of the film. And for Street Fighter, it's got a brand new audio commentary by Asian film specialist Andrew Heskins and James Mudge. Street Fighting Man, a 30-minute interview with Sonny Chiba. Cutting Moments, interview with director Jack Shoulder discussing his role in creating the legend of Sonny Chiba. The original Japanese and US theatrical trailers, as well as an image gallery. And then on Return of Street Fighter, it's got a brand new audio commentary with Jonathan Clements, author of A Brief History of the Martial Arts, as well as the original Japanese theatrical trailer and US teaser and theatrical trailers, and an image gallery. And then on Street Fighter's Last Revenge, it just has the original Japanese and US trailers, as well as an image gallery. So again, this is Region B, due out in April. And then finally we get to Naked Lunch, the 4K. Now there's again Blu-ray and 4K release of Naked Lunch in their limited edition, which again, I assume standard release will come down the line. All right, what do we got here? We got a new 4K restoration from the original camera negative, overseen by director of photography Peter Susichgi. Oh man, I'm butchering that name, aren't I? Me and my names. And approved by director David Cronenberg. The 4K will be in Dolby Vision. It'll have both a 2.0 stereo and 5.1 audio tracks, which is good. I assume the 2.0 stereo track is the original theatrical mix. Now, some of this, I believe, is ported over from previous releases. So I'm just not sure which one. Like, for example, here in the States, we have, it was released here on the Criterion Collection. I don't know how much of this is on the Criterion Collection. I'm just not sure at the moment how much is shared. Audio commentary by director David Cronenberg. A new audio commentary by film historian Jack Sargent and screenwriter Graham Duff. Naked Attraction, a new interview with legendary producer Jeremy Thomas. Exterminate All Rational Thought, a new interview with star Peter Weller. Peter Shushitsky on Naked Lunch, a new interview with the celebrated director of photography. I hope I got his name maybe a little bit closer that time. Naked Flesh, a new interview with special effects artist Chris Wallace. A Ballad of Burroughs, a new interview with composer Howard Shore. Tony Raines and William S. Burroughs, a new interview with the renowned writer and critic. David Huckvale on Naked Lunch, a new interview taking a closer look at one of Shore's most unusual film scores. A Ticket to Inner Zone, new visual essay by critic David Cairns. Carnes? Another name I'm butchering, aren't I? Naked Making Lunch, archival making of documentary, concept art gallery, a theatrical trailer, and image galleries. And again, this is one of their deluxe sets, so it looks like it comes with some extra, bits and pieces here. And again, I believe the Blu-ray version pretty much matches exactly. Now, the thing is, too, with this one, is you also do have a Arrow store exclusive that has slightly different artwork, which you can see right here. Look, it's pretty much the same. It's just the outer box is different. I think that's the UK poster, I believe. And again, this is a UK only release, so just kind of keep that in mind. But again, 4K, if you're going 4K, is region free. Thank goodness, So that wraps up Arrow's titles for April. I do want to mention too that Screen Factory has another website exclusive, and that is a double feature disc, and that is for Dance with Death and Dance of the Damned. And again, that is a website exclusive, limited to 1,500. Release date is January 31st, but you can pretty much get it, which basically means it's shipping out next week. Retails for $29.98, and it is Region A locked, so do keep that in mind. So Dance with Death from 1992 is a new 4K master from the original camera negative. It is a Blu-ray set, though. And as the trailer, and then Dance of the Damned from 1989 has a new 2K scan of the only surviving film print. Wow, and it has the trailer. That always freaks me out when I see stuff like that, when it's like, it seems like all the elements could be gone or missing or anything, and they only have a print. Which again, as I've always said before, it's like, you know what, if all we have to work with is a print, that's fine. Just archive it so we have a copy of it and, get it out there for people. I know sometimes companies can be a little bit hesitant, like, well, we don't want to release a print of a film, out there. It's like, man, just release it, just get it out there. And finally, I want to get to some March releases for Severin. And actually, these look pretty cool. With this first one, I don't think I've ever even heard of, so maybe you guys have. So coming to Blu-ray is the movie Attack for Z, starring Mel Gibson, John Philip Law, and Sam Neill. And this film is from 1981. It looks like it's an Australian and Taiwan co-production, directed by Tim Burstall, and that is getting a 2K scan from the original negative at the National Film and Sound Archive of Australia. It's going to be region free, so that's good. And it's going to have let's see, the Z-Men Debriefed, interviews with executive producer John McCallum and actors John Waters and Chris Haywood. That's not John Waters, the director. I don't believe so anyway. I think it's an actor. As well as a photo gallery and the trailer. If you've seen this film, definitely let me know how it is. I don't even know it. And then the other March release from Severin is a box set. And to me, this is actually very, very good. This is definitely a box set I want to get. It's Violent Streets, the Umberto Lenzi Thomas Millian collection Blu-ray box set. And I've seen, I think, half of these and half of them I'm not. Now, some of these have already gotten released, or at least a couple of these have gotten released before. In fact, I think one or two of these got released by maybe Code Red or something several years ago. But they're all being restored in their original uncut and uncensored versions from the original camera negative. So I'm going to go through them real quick. So first up is the film Almost Human from 1974. That's a good one. It's got an audio commentary with screenwriter Ernesto Gastaldi. Audio commentary with Mondo Digital's Nathaniel Thompson and Troy Howarth. Violent Milan, interview with director Umberto Lenzi. Million Unleashed, interview with actor Tomas Millian. History of Violence, interview with Ernesto Gastaldi. Italian-American Gangster, interview with actor Henry Silva, as well as a trailer. And it's going to have the soundtrack for Almost Human, which is cool. I always love it when they can include a soundtrack. Next up is the film Syndicate Sadist from 1975. And the extras on that are First Blood, interview with director Umberto Lenzi. Family Affair, interview with actress Ida Galli. Kidnapped, interview with actor Alessandro Coco. Interview with the Fascist, interview with actor Bruno De Lua, as well as the trailer. And then we have another soundtrack included for Syndicate Sadist, as well as Brothers Till We Die. So those two are having a soundtrack release on the same CD. And then next up from 1976 is the film Free Hand for a Tough Cop. And the special features on that are In the Asphalt Jungle, interview with director Umberto Lenzi. Tough Guy Corrado, a look at the career of Corrado Solari. The Father of Monenza. Am I pronouncing that right? I think I am. Interview with screenwriter Giordano Sacchetti. Handheld camera for a tough cinematographer. Interview with cinematographer Nino Celeste. Making movies. Interview with producer Ugo Tucci. As well as an extended bank robbery scene sourced from the original negative and the trailer. And the next film from 1977 is The Cynic, the Rat, and the Fist. And special features on that are Merli vs. Million. Interview with director Umberto Lenzi. A Man of Action, interview with Umberto Lenzi. Me, Million, and Merli, interview with Umberto Lenzi on his iconic characters. The writer, the director, and the actor, interview with screenwriter Giordano Sacchetti. Here Comes the Fist, interview with actor John Saxon, as well as the trailer. Cool, John Saxon, I didn't know he was in that one. And The Cynic, the Rat, and the Fist also has a CD soundtrack included as well. And then finally, from 1978, Brothers Till We Die. And special features on that one are Tomas and Tomas, interview with director Umberto Lenzi. He Called Me the Tamer, interview with editor Eugenio Alabiso. I think it was pretty close on that one. Music and Bullets, interview with composer Franco Michelizzi. Heart of Rome, interview with composer Antonello Venditti, as well as the trailer. And again, let me just double check real quick. Region free, oh no, wait, that's region A. All right. Freehand for a Tough Cop is region A locked. Let's see, region free, and what was the other one? Almost Human is actually region A locked. So actually 2 of these are region A locked. The rest are region free. I love my Italian films. Big fan of Umberto Lenzi, the late Umberto Lenzi. So glad Severin is doing this box set. Definitely one I want to pick up. And again, I love that they are including some of the soundtracks as well. That's always a big plus for me. So I think that pretty much wraps up this news video. Obviously, there's a lot here, so definitely let me know your thoughts. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try and answer them as best I can. And I always appreciate the patience you guys are giving me right now, as videos will be a little slower just briefly until I finally can maybe I'll rap, I don't know, until I can actually ramp things up and really kind of get going full force ahead. And I've got a couple things in, so I will be doing a pickups video pretty soon as well, so do keep an eye out for that. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.